Okay, Jenny, there's so much here because you guys all have your own stories. You learned English by going to school in New Zealand, right? Why go back to Korea and why dive into the trainee program? And really, I'm assuming, or did you always want to do this? Like, sorry.
So when I was in New Zealand, I lived by myself. Like my family was living in Korea.
And you were so young.
I know. I was 10 when I went there. Wow. And so by the time I turned 14, 15, my mom wanted me to actually move me to the States, like I think in Florida. Yeah, she had plans to move me.
Beautiful Florida.
Yeah, we actually took a trip to Florida, saw the school, saw the place that I would live in, and it hit me like I don't want to live by myself in Florida, not knowing what I want to do. And I started thinking what I want to do, and it was really like I was like out of there. I was like, I want to do music. I want to like learn how to dance and stuff like that. So I told my mom, instead of going to a new school, why don't I just come home and do something that I would enjoy for the rest of my life? And she was supportive with it, and that's how it all started.
Wow. Whoa. Your life really could have been totally different. And
Definitely.
I think it's really special that you traded in not wanting to be alone to having 3 incredible human beings around you all the time.
Sisters. Instant sisters.
Human beings that you're comfortable enough around to like open your mouth so they can feed you M&Ms. Like it's not every day that you're that comfortable around somebody.
We've lived together for already
10
like
years? Yeah.
almost 10
Almost
years.
10 years,
So we're
I think we're closer than like our like family. So we're basically like new sisters to each other.
Do you remember the first time you met each other?
definitely.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. Like, the 4 of us. So Rosie joined us last to the group, and when she came through with her guitar and her little,
Aussie girl.
yeah,
Australian.
little girl from Australia, she came along and us 4 we just clicked and we just all started singing together
I think
from
that's
day
the moment
one.
we talk about every time somebody asks about like first impressions is when I flew all the way from Australia. Like I brought a guitar and we ended up like jamming till like 5 a.m.
From the first day
I don't
that
think we
met.
cared about what our neighbors thought. It was an apartment that we sang till sunrise. It was funny.
Well, by the way, it is crazy that you left New Zealand to go to Korea to join because did you audition? Australia, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay because I was born in New Zealand and I lived in Australia and then I left.
Did you audition for YG in Australia?
Yes, like literally like just an open audition.
Why'd you do it?
Because my dad told me to. I think he was sick of me like screaming at the top of my lungs on my piano every night at like 12 a.m. I think he was sick of me, so he just wanted to like get rid of me and just like send me to South Korea to just fulfill my dreams. Yeah. It's so funny. Once I grew up, they told me, they were like, Rosie, like to be honest, it was really hard for us to like, you know, go to bed when you were like singing at the top of your lungs. I think I would sing like Beyonce's "Listen" when I couldn't reach the notes because I was a terrible singer, but I used to do that. And I think my dad was like, okay, I think she wants to do music, and he asked me, do you want to take an audition? And I was like, I don't even know if I was qualified. So I was like, is that even a question? Like, can I? Like, am I allowed to? Like, but it was funny because I was like, yeah, okay. And then my parents had a whole fight about it. Like, mum was worried. Yeah. But in the end, they decided to be really, really supportive of it. And I flew all the way from Melbourne to Sydney to take the audition, and I got it.
and then what?
So bizarre.
Do your parents fly with you to Korea? Do they just ship you off?
No, yeah, they flew with me to Korea, but then after they dropped me off, they had to come back to Australia because they've got their jobs there and everything. So that's when these girls became my like family, and they really, really stuck by me through all those times.
It's cool.
16 years old.
And look at y'all now. By the way, Lisa, congratulations on being the most followed K-pop artist on Instagram. I mean, pretty wild, yeah?
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
No way. No way.
It's that beautiful hair. What color is your hair?
It was ash brown, I think.
Oh.
It's kind of gray.
It's not brown.
Love it.
Really? It's
Gray.
gray?
Khaki gray.
A
It used to
khaki.
kind of be more of like a blue tone.
Yeah, but it just turned out.
every day.
Yeah, it's changed every day.
Either way, it's beautiful.
Oh,
You made some history yourself. You were YG, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were YG's first non-Korean artist, right?
yes.
So how did they get to you? How did you hear about all of this?
Oh, well, I always, in Thailand, I always listen to K-pop songs. Like,
it.
I love K-pop singer. And I told mom that, I want to be part of them. I want to be K-pop artist, you know? And then, 다행히? Thankfully, the YG, they have an audition in Thailand. And
Same as
yeah,
me.
and same as you.
Yeah.
And then I just got in, and then
Flew over
yeah,
to a country where she couldn't speak the language at all.
at all, just only 안녕하세요.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's crazy to me. Like, even that. And that's like the first hurdle out of many hurdles that you're about to go over, which is one of the biggest is you don't know the language. You have to, and you leave your family. What kept you going? And this is a question for all of you because training is not easy, I'm assuming. It's years and years, and it's
Intense.
yeah, there's a lot. Everything in your world is different overnight.
Yeah. What keeps us going?
Yeah, what was that motivation?
For me, it was like this drive. Like, I was like, I cannot fly all the way back to Australia without making this work. Like, I felt like it was a fight against myself because it was really, really difficult, to be honest, you know, being away from family, and I was so young. I had never slept outside of my house for like more than 2 weeks, you know, at that age.
Yeah.
But I had to just leave, and the culture wasn't like fully like in my blood yet. So it was very difficult. But for me, it was more like, I have to make this work before I, like, you know, I'm never going to leave Korea without making this work. It was more of my drive. I was more like angry about it. Like, this has to work. Yeah.
Kind of the same. Like, you know, we all kind of just dropped everything that we were doing. Like, our whole life just changed overnight, and they put us into these groups of girls and just survive, like do like a survival thing every month. And some people just go home after a month. Some people go home after 3 years. It's all different. And to see some of the girls that I trained with go home just made me more like
Motivated.
Yeah, motivated because we all had one dream, and it wasn't an easy thing to just stay there and go on with what we want to do. So I didn't, just from there, I don't want to go home. That's all. That was the only thing on my mind.
And you're so close to it, right? You just want to keep going, and your dreams are at a fingertip.
Yeah.
Jisoo, by the way, I have not forgotten about you. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
You play the drums?
Like a
Korean
traditional
drum.
I read that online,
Wow.
Thank you.
and I was watching you acting and stuff.
Oh,
연기했던 거 봤대.
no.
Are you still open to acting roles?
근데 지금은 일단 블랙핑크로 하는 게 너무 재밌어서 미국에서 이렇게 많이 관심 가져주시고 하는 것도 재밌고 해서 뭔가 이번 투어에 일단 더 집중되고 있는 것 같아요.
So she like she says, but for now, like working as a member of BLACKPINK is her is like really she's really happy doing that for now. So I think she's more focused on BLACKPINK's work.
Beautiful, because there's nothing but opportunity ahead of you guys, which is crazy.